Hello everyone. Hi Linda.
Hi Vivien.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah,
Long time.
I don't know, it's over 18 months. I can't even remember when I last made a video, and that was with another couple of people. It was with Val and Diane. Yeah. Well, we're back. We're going to be making a few more videos. And today we're going to do something that I developed during this time that we weren't making videos. It's called the Inner Peace Layout. It's absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you'll give your report after we've done it. Okay, so let's first get this set up. You can't just go straight into doing something like the Inner Peace Layout. You do want to do basic prep. You do want to do a little bit of detox and then move into something like the Inner Peace Layout actually towards the end of the session. So we'll do a little bit before and then we'll do the Inner Peace Layout and we'll see what Linda says about it. I know I've been using it with almost every single client. It's been absolutely fantastic, and it depends on a combo of very specific stones. So that's what we'll be doing. So first we'll put the cash along under the heels. I'll lift it, that's okay. This is nice working together here. Okay. Just let the legs relax a little. Good. Excellent. And then let's put these stones under the hands. We're going to use what I call my Serenity Duo. So this is amblygonite, this yellowy, slightly greenish tinge to this yellow of the amblygonite. And this is a stone that gives one inner peace as well because it reduces conflict, internal and external. And then I like the Larimar. I call that a serenity stone too. And these two together, Larimar and amblygonite, they have a wonderfully calming effect, leaving a person feel so much calmer on the inside. So very nice to use with the Inner Peace Layout. So amblygonite and Larimar. Perfect. Okay. Right. And then let's put this purple fluorite on the third eye because it really helps the mind to relax. If you find that your mind is racing and it's hard to get it to switch off and be calm and quiet so that you can even begin a meditation or feel peaceful on the inside, purple fluorite is excellent for absolutely helping the mind to relax and calm down. So we'll put the purple fluorite there on the third eye. And now we're going to move on with a few things in a different sequence, also developed over the last while we weren't making videos. And I'm going to begin by using my lepidolite in mica Shivalingam because it really gives me a good piece of information regarding the person and where they're at. Not in a way that's necessarily conscious and that I get it into words, but it kind of inspires me and I find myself making choices and getting insights that perhaps I wouldn't otherwise have got once the stone connects with the person. I just go to the feet and literally do that on the soles of the feet. And it helps me with attunement to the person, attunement to the energy field, attunement to what's going on and what's needed in the session. Very, very supportive to use this lepidolite in mica. And I also get a sense of whether Linda or whoever the client is on the table, where they're at in terms of this particular stone. And she's just loving it so much I don't even want to stop. Can you feel that, Linda?
Yes.
Is it true?
It's so soothing.
Very soothing, isn't it? And it just gets one in the mood, is how I'd put it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we go from, we're getting busy and we're getting ready to do this, and then there we go, we're both in the mood, thanks to lepidolite in mica. That's right. Wow, this is really working well on you. And this is what you have to be open to in a session, is just going with the flow. You can begin with a plan, but you also want to be flexible and adaptable, and as you watch and see how the person on the table is responding to the stones and the energy. Let's do a little extra here because get some release through the lower legs. A lot of emotion can collect here in the calf muscles, and this will help with whatever emotion is collecting. Lovely. Just lovely. I can't resist. I wasn't planning on this, but here we go. Lovely. Okay, it's wonderful to use this on the head and face as well. It's really a wondrous piece of material, the Apatite and mica. And these are obviously polished and shaped. Very good. So having done that, one of the things that I've also learned in the meantime, in the interim, is to do shungite before doing the basic prep moves. So here's my 2 shungite spheres. And what I'm going to do is begin the detox process now before I do basic prep, because the shungite pulls up into the energy field things that need to be cleared. And so one may as well do that sometimes, when appropriate. You have to use your intuition to judge the timing, is to pull up into the energy field what needs to be cleared and then do the basic prep. So that's the sequence change that I've also been playing around with during this time. Nice. It hits a spot, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, wonderful. Excellent. You can just feel the rightness of it, because as I'm doing this, it feels like Linda's heart rate is slowing. And you do want to watch for physiological signs like that as you're working. And her breathing is becoming slower and deeper, which is another physiological change. And it feels to me as though she's beginning to drop to the table. In other words, her muscles are releasing tension and she's allowing the table to support her more. Does it feel that way to you, Linda?
Yes. Yeah, my back.
You can feel your back letting go. Yeah, the tension releasing. It's great. And it's nice using the shungite first, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It makes a kind of sense. So when wouldn't you use shungite first? If it's a new client and then you don't know them really well, you want to do basic prep at the beginning with a new client and see what's there. Linda hardly is a new client. How long have we known each other, Linda?
I'd say 15 years.
At least, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, 17.
Yeah. Yeah, we've known each other a long time. Because you were in the first healer certification program that began in 2011. Mm-hmm. And then you were the class valedictorian. You did such a great exam and you just did everything so well. Oh, I remember we met at that day out on the west side of Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. A woman's retreat kind of
women's
day.
Retreat day, yeah. Nice. Let's That's nice. Alright, and then I think I'm also going to just pump the chakras a little bit. Help with pulsing the shungite. And then up at the head as well. This way. I go into a trance and then I just keep going. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to receive a session. It's also a wonderful feeling to give a session, especially when you can feel the flow and the attunement like we can today. Very special and nice. Okay, so now I'm ready to do basic prep. My big fan here, and I have my big bowl for when I need it. I like to go along the midline. I like to take this edge of the fan to clear the midline. And 3's a charm. I don't think that I have my sweeping tool with me, so I'm just going to go get it and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Here's my cluster for doing the sweeping. It's quartz with fuchsite in it, or actually I prefer to call it fuchsite because that's the correct name. But you can see the green. It's fantastic stone, this. The fuchsite is a kind of mica, so it clears stuck energy. It gets stagnant energy moving, and it has a clearing action. So first I'll go down the midline. And notice how I sweep upwards at the end. It's a better sensation for the person on the table. Finish that way. Soles of the feet are really important. I like to go heel to toe and sweep upwards. One more time. Along the side. It's nice and clear. Basically do this until the crystal doesn't stutter as it goes through the energy field. As long as there's a stutter, that means there's more clearing to be done. It's very nice. Lovely. Beautiful. Great. Excellent. That step is complete. Now we'll open the chakras. So we did fanning, we did sweeping, and now opening the chakras, and those are the three elements, the techniques that we use in basic prep, combined together, making a procedure. Open the chakras. This is lovely. And with my peripheral vision, I can see that Linda's neck is relaxing and her head is adjusting. I could see it's kind of a little bit of twitching. I was using my peripheral vision. And those are all the signs you want to see, the physiological changes, to make sure that you're energetically on track. Lovely. Wow, this is great. It really feels to me like I'm massaging her energy field. It's a lovely experience because she's responding so well. And how do I feel that? I feel that in myself. It's a kinesthetic awareness where my own body is feeling more and more relaxed and in tune, and calm as we're going along. And so that's the one way, is through the kinesthesia of what I can feel my own muscles doing. And then the other way is through the empathic resonance, where I can feel myself emotionally changing as well. So I'm tracking what's happening for Linda via those ways of reading energy. That's it. And also the way the crystals are able to tell me where they want to go next and what they want to do. It's wonderful. It's excellent. All right, so there's basic prep. And now we are in good shape to proceed with the actual inner piece layout. Let's do that. Okay, here's my red Uvite on magnesite, my famous root chakra stone. It's got this wonderful curve in it. I'll hold it this way so you can see. You see it's got this beautiful curve, so it fits really nicely on the abdomen, like so. And it's got a nice active point, and it's wonderful material. And you don't have to use red Uvite on magnesite. Whatever your root chakra stone is, a really good one is garnet, or garnet in matrix. That's really good and powerful also. And then I'm going to grid the root chakra, this face of the root chakra. The root chakra also has two faces, this one and this one here. So when opening chakras, I like to use this face, but when gridding the chakra, I like to use the top face. Here we go. Bridging the root chakra. And the reason I'm doing this is to make a nest of connection with the energy system, between the stone and the energy system, properties of the stone. And I can feel that the root chakra is really responding and saying, yeah, I'm getting ready to receive all that excellent energy from the stone. Wonderful. So there we are. There it is in position. And now we get to the inner piece layout itself. So everything else that we've done up to now is kind of what we do in a session and how we prep and how we do the different things. And now the inner piece layout itself. And the first stone that we put on the second chakra is Unakite. And Unakite's an interesting stone. It's a combination of Apatite, which is the green, the olive green color. It's also got darker green to it. And then pink feldspar. So if you want to look up the properties of Unakite, you can look up Unakite, Apatite, and feldspar, and you'll see there's quite a range. And this is a wonderfully emotionally balancing stone. If you're coming from a low point and you want to get to balance, Unakite will help. If you're coming from an overstimulated kind of high point and you want to feel more balanced, Unakite will help. You just place it on the second chakra, and I like to put my hands on top and make sure that the stone is connecting correctly into the energy system. And this is very, very soothing. When I started using the stone, every client said, what was that? I felt so much better as soon as you put it in position. And it's the Unakite. It's a nice big chunk, but it doesn't have to be that big. You can use a palm stone or a smaller stone. It's also powerful. There we go. And I can feel the second chakra relaxing both back and front. So in the sacral area and here in the abdominal area. It's really wonderful. It's really getting in there. And that's why I like it so much. Very good. The next stone is blue apatite. And again, I have a nice big piece. So that's blue apatite. And again, the stone does not have to be this big. You can use a tumbled stone or another crystal that's much, much smaller. It will work very, very well as well. Excellent. Put that in position, and I don't need to hold my hands on top for quite as long because already the chakra system is responding to the placement of the stones. And that I can tell because I can see the changes, the physiological changes. Linda's face is more relaxed, her breathing is slower and deeper, even more so than earlier, and her breathing has become very even and calm. Even a little bit of a twitch like when one's falling asleep, so we know she's entering a theta state, and that's of course exactly what we want. The next stone in the inner piece layout is Metamorphosis Quartz. It's a quartz that is layered, it's milky, it's opaque, and translucent rather than transparent like most quartz. It's because it's got a layered growth pattern, and I think the name Metamorphosis Quartz was given to it by Melody. I think they call it other names generally. That gets positioned there, and Metamorphosis Quartz was already connected in to the energy system. Let's put it this way. There we go. I like to feel a click of the stone being in position. That's it. And also clicking in to the other stones. The last stone that we're going to use, I happen to have a really fine example of fluorite. It's bicolored fluorite. It's pink fluorite, and it's got a blue section as well. And then it's got quartz and hematite on it. And it's not that easy. This was a lucky find at the Tucson Gem Show one year. It's not easy to get this, but what you can use and what works really, really, really well is lavender fluorite, not quartz at all, lavender fluorite. So the lavender fluorite is what you will be looking for if you want to reproduce this effect. You will find it hard to find this kind of fluorite, and it's expensive, but this is available. I'm going to place this on the heart. There we are. And now our inner peace layout is in place, and we leave it there for at least 6 to 8 minutes, but preferably 10 to 12 in order for it to have its full and wonderful effect. And of course all these stones are hooking into the stones under the hands, hooking into this purple fluorite. So while that's in position, I'm going to grid with the lavender fluorite. I'll do a whole energy field grid. So starting above the crown chakra and coming below the feet for this gridding. Nice. I'm going to go through the middle of the foot chakras twice, because that's what the stone says it wants to do. And then coming on up for the gridding. The stone told me to slow down. I will listen. I am learning to listen to the stones. There we go. Aha. Now I've found the correct pace. And that's one of the things we want to do, is we want to listen to the energy, listen to the stones, listen to the client, listen to ourselves. It's a listening game. What this lavender fluorite is doing is spreading the energy of all the stones and distributing it through the energy system, through the whole energy field, through all the chakras. And that's what that gridding was doing. And it really feels like a blanket of peace falling over the client. A very, very powerful thing to grid with the lavender fluorite. So, we don't want to disturb the layout yet. We want to give the entire energy system a time with that combo of stones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Fardens to drain stress off the energy system while those stones are on her. So I have my two fancy big Fardens. There they are. Da-da, da-da. And then just bring them along here. pull them along the big toes. And just let the north-south release happen. And head to toe is north-south. Toe to head, south-north. That's what I've decided. Because we don't really want to say up and down. As those have other connotations. Lovely flow of release. And then we take it over to the baby toe side. Hold them in position. And this is excellent. Really drifting beautifully. She's just on the brink of sleeping. Not quite there so she can hear me, but she's floating. It's lovely. Absolutely delicious. So that's done, and that's what happens is once the stress is drained, it's like a hose pipe. The water's running through the hose pipe. The hose pipe has a weight. When you switch that off, when you close the faucet and there's no water running through the hose pipe becomes lighter. It's the same. When there's energy draining off, the fardans, they are heavy. And when that stops happening, the fardan crystals become lighter. It's exactly the same as holding the hose pipe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my garnet slices. There we are, 2 red garnet slices. And what these do, I'm going to place them on the soles of the feet, on the foot chakras, first on the bottom, then on the top. And it opens the flow between the chakras. It's a nice, easy technique, but it is so effective. We're very chakra focused, but you know what? The energy between the chakras has to flow as well. And that's what these garnets do. They open up that flow between the chakras. A very nice feeling. And what it is, it's like, I guess it's that same feeling as when you cut a cake and that slice of cake comes away and it's just yummy and delicious and you feel satisfied and you cut the cake in the correct shape and that satisfaction. It's that kind of feeling of something opening and flowing correctly, and you can tell when it's right. There's a wholeness to it. And you might not be able to see it. We'll see if the camera can pick it up. But there's quite a bit of twitching in the feet and hands as the energy reorganizes. And she's really flirting with falling asleep. It's very, very good. It means she's very, very relaxed. And that's exactly what inner peace gives us, a sense of calm and relaxation and a sense of floating. And I can tell that that's what's happening here. So I'm very satisfied. And now we'll go to the top. Quite a bit of twitching. It's brought a smile to my face. just doing this inner peace layout. I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy the effect on the clients. It's wonderful to see people feel and experience inner peace, because we know there's not enough of that around in the world today. Just lovely. Alright, well now I'll go up to the head and I'll use my Apatite and mica lingam on the head just to finish off, because it feels like the perfect thing to do. You can do this to yourself, you know. You can get a little bit light in mica lingam. Doesn't have to be this big. And then just run it along your own face, just like this. But go slowly, not fast. I'm glad I decided to do this because of bringing her up out of the sleep depths, and it's not easy to just sort of jump up off the table if you've gone that deep into theta. So this is good as bringing her up in a nice, gentle way. There we are. Just wonderful. How are you doing there? Did it work?
I was like in a different place.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel like inner peace?
Yes. Very peaceful.
There we are. Thank you.